Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Stock Talk video. After a few weeks of absolute dumping, we have finally seen some light at this dark, damp tunnel. I'm going to talk about what stocks and ETFs I have my eye on for this week, but before we get into that, please like and subscribe if you like what you see here. And with that, let's get on with it. In the last Stock Talk video, we talked about Bitcoin forming what seemed to be an uptrend, and it turned out it was. We mentioned that on March 7th. We had a little bit of a slight pullback, also known as a retracement. We just had a video on that. Please check it out. It's very important. It will save you money and save you from panic selling. And then we saw an uptrend that has gone all the way up to $60,000. Now, there's two stocks I told you to keep an eye on because of what looked like to be a breakout with Bitcoin. Now, with all that said, there's a possibility that Mara and Riot will do well here this week. Bitcoin, it looks like, is possibly doing a run here. Hopefully we break through this 52,000 level of resistance, and if that happens, I imagine that the blockchain companies and stocks will do well, such as Mara and Riot. And we did see, in fact, a breakout. Now at first, on Monday, there was not a whole lot. It was still going in a downtrend, but as Bitcoin rose up, we saw it break the SMA and it just rode up. So let's see if we bought with confirmation also on the MACD, we are around 9-10%, which is not bad for a week for gains at all. Pretty much the same price action with Riot as well, but even more of a percentage. We got around 17% on confirmation. That's pretty good. Pat yourself on the back if you were able to get on Mara or Riot, because you made some good gains. And moving on to the NASDAQ, we saw a break of the SMA right here last week, and we saw a rise, but then now it looks like it might be consolidating. It's hard to say where this will go. We might see some sideways price action, of course, and then a break to the upside. I don't know the likelihood of this dumping. Of course, bad news can happen, so we'll see what happens, but I'm expecting either sideways price action or continuation to the upside. There's of course a lot of talk with the stimulus passing. A lot of people are going to dump their money, at least on the ones on Reddit, are going to dump their money into the stock market, and we'll see what effect it has on Monday through Wednesday, because most people will be getting their checks between those days. Of course, our favorite ETFs, ARK and Moon, are in very similar positions. Moon is doing a little better than ARK. We saw a confirmation about March 9th. We saw a confirmation, and then we are up about around 7% currently. Not too bad at all. So we're watching to see if this uptrend continues. We of course could see some retracement and then some more upwards momentum like we are seeing with Bitcoin, or we saw with Bitcoin. So we shall see if this is what occurs. Hopefully this is what I'm hoping for, and then we can finally, hopefully at some point, break this 50 level right here on Moon. We've been talking about three stocks in particular for the longest: PLTR, Nano Dimension, and CRSP. Nano Dimension has done very well. We got a confirmation here on the 9th, and we are up about 25%. That is quite significant. It's a lot of gains right there. Like I said, with this Nano Dimensions, or NNDM, I'm highly confident that it will go past its current price. I see this as a around $20-25 stock in the next few months, honestly. But we are currently watching this $11.50-ish support right here, or excuse me, resistance. So if we can break through that and stay above that, this will bode very well, and we'll probably continue into an uptrend. And again, we'll ride it until the trend ends. So remember that. CRSP is doing okay. CRSP, it's doing all right. It broke through right here, but it hasn't gained too much, to be honest. We do have a significant amount of upside, about 60% of upside. So this is definitely one to watch out for. However, maybe it's hard to say if this will be a slow grind to the top again. So we'll see how long it takes. Again, we might see some sideways price action in the meantime, but if it does go down, I don't think it will go down too much, to be honest. I think we're at a pretty low price right now, so I'd be surprised if it had any significant dump, barring any really bad news about like COVID or anything like that. Palantir is doing pretty well. Got a break right here, and we are up about 8-ish% currently. Need to break through this. Well, after hours is around $27. We need to break through the $27 level of resistance, and if we do that and maintain our level above $27, I imagine we will climb up, and then we'll have to worry about this $31-ish zone of resistance. We'll have to watch out for that level and see if we can break through that and hopefully continue on, because a lot of people are very confident. I'm very confident in this stock, but a lot of other YouTubers and analysts and whatnot are very confident in the stock. I've seen $70, $55 price targets, and currently it's around $27 currently, and I have, again, high confidence that we'll at least hit that $50 zone. The highest was around $40, so we'll see how long it takes to get back to all-time highs, but I think it's above 40. It's worth more than $40, so keep your eye out on this one. This is probably my biggest play right now in terms of individual stocks, not counting my ETFs, so highly recommend you keep your eye on this one. Now, I've been talking about those three for a while. I want to introduce a new one that's been talked about by many others, Lemonade, LMND. This one I'm pretty confident in as well. We got a good break of the SMA last week, like with most stocks. So we are currently right here above the SMA. Watch for this $120 zone of resistance. Right now, we're pretty far down from previous highs. This is a lot of upside too, because we're trying to find stocks with a lot of upside. This is 75-80-ish% of upside. Just because a stock is below its previous all-time high does not mean it will necessarily reach that. So just don't assume any stock that was at this price at one point will reach that again. It's not necessarily the case. But Lemonade, I'm pretty sure will go back to all-time highs. When? It's hard to say. But in the meantime, we'll watch for these levels of resistance, and then hopefully they become support. So watch for this $120 zone right here, and then hopefully we stay above that, and then we next test the 133-ish level of resistance and hopefully break through that. So that even if we uptrended to that point, that is 27-28% of upside just for that level, not even counting previous all-time highs. So definitely keep your eye on Lemonade. Now let's touch on Bitcoin real quick, because I know a lot of people, including myself, are in Bitcoin and are very excited with what we're seeing. This $60,000 level of, well, right now it's acting as resistance a little bit, but we rode significantly up. A lot of people are eyeing that $70,000 level right now, hoping to get to that. Hard to say when that will happen, but we are looking at levels of support in case we break down from the $60,000. So we are looking at this upwards line. So if we were to dump now, next few hours, that would be around 59,000. We'll just say $59,000. The next level of support would be around 57,800. So to watch that, you have to decide if we break the SMA. Of course, that's a sell signal. But if you bought way down here around $47,000, it's hard to say if you want to sell if it breaks the SMA, or if you want to sell if it breaks through this $57,800 level of support. You have to decide what you want to do. I can't tell you, hey, sell when it breaks the SMA necessarily. You might want to sell if it breaks a certain level. Hypothetically, it could break this SMA right here, breaks it, but then it can find support at this 57,000 level and then bounce back up and then just skyrocket onwards. So you have to decide, is it really worth selling here and then it just bouncing off this 57 and then just skyrocketing up, or would you rather maybe just sell here and then if we see continuation up, then we buy again right here and then just write it up? So you have to decide which level you want to use. Do you want to use the SMA? Do you want to use this level? Do you want to use the 57? Do you want to use this 55,000 levels support? Just have a game plan in case this happens, is all I'm saying. But that about wraps up this video. Again, if you like what you've seen here, please like and subscribe. And until next time, thank you.